everybody, and welcome back to the She Shed. Today's tutorial will be making one of these beautiful headbands. This one here is made out of pure wool. Beautiful colours, super soft. And these three here are made out of my hand spun wool. They are all alpaca and wool blend. I do sell these on my Facebook shop, and I will leave a link below for you to have a look at them. You can use any yarn at all for this project, just make sure you have the right hook for it and it is the right width to fit around the head that you would like it to do so. So let's get started. The wool I will be using for this tutorial is Crocheting Country 8 ply. It is pure wool, yes, 100% grown and made in Australia, which is awesome because we rarely get something made in Australia that's at a good price. 50 grams, 95 meters. It can often come with a pattern. I got this thing online through Lincraft. It's either Lincraft or Spotlight. And it does recommend here a 4mm hook. However, I use a 5mm hook. I generally will up the size for a hook. So I will be using my 5mm hook, but I always start my chain with a hook size up, which is a 6mm hook. The reason why is because you would like it to be the same for both the top and the bottom, otherwise it can be a little tight down here and won't actually fit on the head nicely. This is a very, very simple project which might take you 45 minutes to an hour to make. It is that quick and easy. So let's get started. Now, the trick to this is to make the chain as long as it is to go around your head. So I do not know how many that would be, and I actually for this one do not know how many that would be for my head for today. So what I'm going to do is chain, just keep chaining and then measuring around, get in there, and measuring around my head to see what will fit. Now, don't do it too tight around your head. Do allow a little bit of leeway because you want it to sit comfortably around your head. You don't want it too tight, and you definitely don't want it too loose because you don't want to have it fall around your neck all the time. You want it to actually stay on your head. Make sure it is around your ears, so wrapping around your head as if you were wearing it, and you would aim to cover it around your ear. I should say ears. Alright, let me measure this. No, still a few more stitches. Couple more, and I keep doing this until I've got it to the length that I think it would be comfortable at, and that I'm going to go down to is about it. So I will count how many stitches. Okay, so I've ended up with 70 stitches on my chain there. If you are doing for somebody else, just make sure to wrap it around their head and make sure the chain's comfortable around their head. Okay, now from here on, easy. It is a single crochet stitch which we will be using, and it will be the same throughout the whole of this band. And I generally use a complete ball of wool when I am making this. Your first row, you change to your size down hook. For me that is a 5. Chain 1. You will be working into the front of the stitch, so into the V. So make sure that the V's are facing you, and we are doing single crochet. So hook into the V, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through the 2. Hook through the next V stitch, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through the 2. Next stitch, through the V, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Next stitch, through the V, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Through the V, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Through the V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Through the V, grab your yarn over, pull through 2. Through the V, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Through the V, grab your yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to finish this off camera. You continue to the end, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, near the end of the row, last few stitches, yarn into the V, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. Into the V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then your last stitch, into the V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that ends your first row. Alright, so the second row, chain 1 and turn into the back of the V. Okay, so not into your chain 1 there, you're going to this one here. So go in, yarn, and it's all still single crochet, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through the 2. So into the V again, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through the 2. Once again into the V, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through the 2. Into the V, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going into the V, pull through the yarn, yarn over, pull through the 2. Into the V, pull your yarn through, and then pull through 2. And your whole headband is going to be worked in exactly the same way on each row. You're going through the V, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on your hook. Okay, I'm going to work the rest of this off camera, and I will meet you back at the end of this row. Near the end of row 2, our last few stitches, so through the V, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. Through the V, yarn, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now when you come to your last stitch, that's that chain we started off on the first stitch, and you're wanting to finish off in that chain. So the same, find the V, put your hook through the V, bring your yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2. So again, on your last stitch, which will be that chain, you'll see the V there, put your hook through, bring yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and that will finish that off. And this is starting to make the rib. So you can see the rib patterning that we have on our finished headband here, and that's what going in the back of the loop does. The back of the stitch will make that ribbing. And all you need to do now is just continue working your way up to as wide as you want to go. I generally use a whole 50-gram ball of wool. As long as it's 100 meters or less, that's what I use. You can have it really wide if you like, or a narrow one like this one. It is up to you what width you would like. I generally get a ball of wool that's around about 95 to 100 meters in length. Okay, so next row, chain 1, turn, and we're just repeating again what we did before. So miss the chain and go to your first V. So put your hook in and grab your yarn and then through the 2, and we're just continuing all the way until you have this to your desired length, and you'll see the ribs grow as you go up. And I am going to let you guys continue on working your headband until you have it to your desired length, sorry, I should say width. It is also good to point out at this stage that you have made sure that it's still long enough to go around your head. Just remember as you are making this that you are always going into the V, grabbing up the back of that loop, that stitch, and doing your single crochet. And that is the entirety of this pattern and what you do on every single row. So I am going to finish this off camera, and I will meet you back when I have got my desired width, which hopefully will be this whole ball is used up, and I will show you how we do the twist. Looks really complicated. It is so easy, it'll surprise you. So I will meet you back when I've got to this stage where I have a strip as wide as I would like, and I will show you how to do the twist. Okay, so I finished my ball of yarn, and this is how wide it ended up being, and I had that much yarn left over. Tie it off, so slip it through, and now we're going to work out how to get that twist. It's very simple. First of all, select which side you think is the prettiest. So is it that side or that side? What is more even? I think for me it is that side. So I want that to be what is going to be on the outside, where the twist is sitting at the front. So that will mean that I am going to bring my join together this way and have it inside. So when you're doing this, pick your nicest side and lay it so it's facing up, and that will become the front, but at the moment it's going to be showing inside. It'll make sense while we're doing it. Okay, so this is my front. I am going to bring together one end, the two together like that, and the two together on the other end. So you have it like this. And then I'm going to slip one inside the other. So we have it like so. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. That's one side and that's the second side. Alright, so make sure your yarn is out and you're not going to be stitching that in. Now I actually don't like the way I've just done that because I want one of my yarn ends to be on the outside. So I'm simply going to swap that around like so. So really easy. There we are. Now, as this one is a lot longer than this one, I'm actually going to sew up my seam here using this end. So I've got my yarn needle. You can use any yarn needle you like as long as your hole's big enough there to be able to slip your yarn through. Okay, and now we're simply going to sew the end up. So it's just slipping it through and going as neatly and as close to the top as possible. And just going backwards and forwards all the way along. I'm trying to get as close to the edge and close to the previous sewing stitch as possible to keep it nice and neat and even. Now you can go backwards and forwards as many times as you like to be as secure as you want. That is up to you. Now it gets a bit tricky at the end here, so just make sure you are catching all four seams there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And get right in the corner there. And an extra one for good measure. Now feel free to go back if you would like. I generally find I don't need to, so I just tie off my end, and when I do that I go backwards and forwards, as in that's where I went through, so I go back over it and back up, and I find that that makes a really nice finish and it's not going to come undone. Cut it off and then just tie in your other end. So I'll just go over that again. Just gotta hate it when that happens. There we go. Oop. It's all sewed up, and then all you simply do is turn it over, and there we go. There's our twist. Simple as that. And there we are. We're all finished. Hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. If you do make this up, love to see your photos. Alright everybody, take care, and hopefully I'll see you next time in the next tutorial. Have a lovely day everyone.